Good morning, my friends. We have the first look at the Darkmeyer poll blog, and if you've ever been watching any of the streams, you know that this is something a lot of people have actually been very excited about. I think we all know why. Meyer is getting a lot of updates, looking at you settled. I'm not complaining, but I think it's very interesting and very awesome, actually. I love this area. Port Phasmatis has been a favorite of mine. Anyway, let's get into the content. Look at this awesome concept art, by the way. Like, holy cow, the artist, whoever they've been getting to do all this crazy art for RuneScape lately, has really been killing it. Like, jeez, I love the blue with all the... Anyway, let's just get to this. So, they're adding a new quest, Sins of the Father. I'm not gonna... we'll go over the requirements, fine, whatever. I didn't want to show it. So, it's the 5th installment for the Meyerkirk storyline quest. You have to do a Taste of Hope and Vampire Slayer. Ooh, two very hard quests there, guys. Actually, the top one can be kind of rough. So the skill requirements are 62 woodcutting, 60 fletching, 56 crafting, 52 agility, 50 attack, 50 slayer, and 49 magic. The rewards are 2 quest points, access to Darkmeyer, improved flail, Evanda's flail, new Draken medallion teleport, and a Tome of Experience, 3 of them for 15k each? What? That's kind of ridiculous for a quest with this low of requirements. Anyway, here's a look at the city. I think this is Slep over here, right? So there's just expanded on the Darkmeyer. It's really cool looking. There's a lot of interesting stuff. I mean, there's a bank. This is like the only city that I can think of off the top of my head that has a furnace and an anvil in the same town. It's not even that far of a walk, though I'm not sure anyone will do it this way. There are more efficient ways to do it, but just in case you wanted to do it here, there you go. Quite a few different shops, a clothing shop, an altar too, I didn't notice that initially. Of course, there's a general store. Interesting. And a pub, if you want to go with your boys, hang out at the pub with your boys. So, the new design for the vampires is actually kind of cool. I think everyone, maybe not everyone, but a lot of people, when they think of vampires, they think of aristocrats, so that's what RuneScape's going with, and I'm a big fan of the way these guys look. It's super cool, it's giving me some Bloodborne feels. I like the concept art too, it's very nice. So they're adding a new thieving layer to this, I guess. A new thieving thing for this, and it actually, like, I wish more thieving had something like this, an actual reason to do it, as opposed to just you get 12 gold every time you pickpocket. So the vampire lords and ladies found throughout the 2nd and 3rd tiers of the city are not attackable, but they can be spoken to and pickpocketed. The latter requires 82 thieving and rolls on a new loot table, which includes the unique blood shard, an attachment to the amulet of fury that creates a blood fury amulet. This is actually super cool. This passively saps the life of your opponents while doing melee damage, and gives a small percentage of health back to the player. When a blood shard is attached to your fury amulet of fury, you'll have a 10% chance of healing 5% of the damage you deal. For example, if you deal a 40, you have a 10% chance of being healed too. So it's not broken, but I would love this. Like, oh my god, please. And it's only melee attacks, so it's not even range, so it's not even going to be, like, super applicable. I mean, it will be, obviously. Melee is very important to the game, but if it was range, like, I feel like this would not make it into the game. I don't think people want range to be buffed any more than it already is right now. After that, the blood shard... Okay, this will only last for 10,000 successful hits. You do have to come back here, which I'm a fan of. I like that. After that, the blood shard will be destroyed, and leaving you with just an amulet of fury. Yeah, it'll have identical stats to the amulet of fury too, and that's what it looks like. It's super cool, just bright red. Looks super cool. I'm a big fan. This person over here rocking the fashion scape. Okay, so you can kill Elite Firewatch too. There are more powerful versions of the Firewatch. They can be killed for an improved loot table, which includes the blood shard, so you don't have to do thieving, and can count towards Vampire Slayer tasks. They will also include 2 new Slayer unlocks, which will extend Vampire tasks to 200 to 250, and allow them to be assigned by Konar, Duradel, Sheldar, and Neve/Steve. Rip Neve. They're adding a new essence type thing. I mean, whatever. You need 75 mining to do it, and it's a stackable thing, and you could take it to ZMI and other altars. Using the essence will give you 50% more rune crafting experience than pure essence. Note, training root crafting this method, including the mining time, will not be substantially better than training it traditionally. So you can't trade this stuff, I'm pretty sure. But you do get more experience. So if you add the mining time, it's not actually more efficient. It's just another interesting way to do it, I guess. So if you just want to mine here, I wonder what the mining experience is going to be like. So if the mining experience is good, this might be a fantastic way for Iron Man to just get all their essence necessary for rune crafting, and then just go to ZMI, boom, get your freaking rune crafting experience. I think this will be a enjoyable way. We'll have to see what it's all about. They're adding a new agility course, a new way to train agility rather. And once a player, it's called, enters the Sepulchre. Sure, there's a gray box version of it, so it's not a completed version. It's just like, look, it's gray. This will not look like this in the final game. They just do this to kind of have like a, how do you guys feel about this type deal, and I really like this. So you'll have a limited amount of time to run and raid the crypt. The crypt will be filled with tombs hiding stealable items. They will be randomly chosen from a new loot table with rare chances of obtaining the Hallowed Mark. Players will earn agility experience for avoiding the various traps in the area, as well as getting a bonus amount of experience whenever a tomb is looted. While treasure may be rewarded, the more time you have remaining when you leave the crypt, the more agility experience you gain. But be aware, if you start a floor and don't complete it before the time runs out, you will sacrifice all of your potentially earned agility experience. So I like this kind of risk reward thing for agility. This sounds like it's gonna be a lot more fun than clicking in a big circle for hours on end. And I just did a big agility grind too, which is not a problem. I actually get to level 3 now because of it. The Sepulchre is made of 5 levels, and you get a bunch of agility experience. Similar to Pyramid Plunder, players access the next level via the previous one. Okay. The agility requirements are 52 to start, 62, 72, 82, and 92 for you crazy monsters that have 92 agility. Big fan of that. The rewards, I mean, I actually really like seeing this cool little, like, concept thing, this, like, prop layout of the thing. It's really cool to kind of see, like, the real deep inner stages, early stages of content being created. Very cool, Jagex. There are 2 types of rewards. Okay. Rare loot you get from raiding treasure items inside you can purchase from the reward shop with hallowed marks. So the treasure loot, you have to sacrifice both time and agility. If you're willing to sacrifice both time and agility experience, you can track down some treasure chests hidden. Treasure chest while inside the Hallowed Sepulchre, well, whatever. These are protected by various traps, but they contain loot that can be worth your while, including the Ring of Endurance and the strange old lockpick. I'm dying this morning. The Ring of Endurance actually sounds really ridiculous. This ring requires 70 agility to equip. You can charge it with up to 1,000 doses of stamina potions. That's 1 dose per charge. A charge is consumed when you drink a stamina potion, making the effects of the potion last twice as long. So what is it now, like 2 minutes? So this would go up to 4 minutes, I think that's what it is. If the ring is removed while under the effects of the stamina potion, the remaining duration is cut in half. It's kind of cool. While the ring is charged with at least 500 charges and you are not under the effects of a stamina potion, your run energy drain rate is reduced by 15%. Wow. For example, at 0 kilograms or whatever, this would be 0.57 energy per 2 tiles run instead of 0.67, and at 64, this would be 1.14 instead of 1.34. The charge ring is untradeable, thankfully, and reverting the ring to make it tradable will lose any star. Okay, it is tradable. Okay, never mind. I guess they want people to make money off it. This would probably fetch a pretty high price, and it's a good way for people to make money off this. They got to do that, I guess. The strange old lockpick. This lockpick, when placed in your inventory, will allow you to bypass the central barrow's puzzle door. This is tradable when it's full. When it has its full 50 charges. Why was this so hard for me to say? Once a charge has been lost, it becomes untradeable. So at 50, tradable. 49, no. I mean, I don't know how useful this is. I don't personally. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's not a bad item, but I kind of know like the answers to the puzzles anyway. So it's like, I guess this makes it one click then. I guess. I wish it was. I wonder if it's. It should be useful in more areas too. I hope. The reward shop outside the Hallowed thing, you'll find a stranger that is willing to take some hallowed marks off your hands in exchange for rewards that you will find quite useful in aiding your raiding crypt adventures. All are untradeable and unstackable. The Hallowed token. This token will, when consumed within the Hallowed Sepulchre, I think Sepulchre, that sounds about right, will add an extra minute of time to the remaining time. Okay. The new grapple, when equipped to the ammo slot, will have the failure rate when attempting a ranged related treasure challenge in the Hallowed Sepulchre. This grapple cannot be used anywhere outside the crypt. I don't know why it can't be used anywhere outside the crypt. I mean, why not? It's not like you use a grapple more than like once anyway for the Falador Diaries. Hallowed Focus. This focus, when equipped in the offhand slot, will half the failure rate for magic treasure challenges in the Hallowed Sepulchre. Okay. The Hallowed Symbol. This symbol, when equipped to the necklace slot, will half the number of sacrifices required to get past the prayer treasure challenges in the Hallowed Sepulchre. The Hammer. This hammer will half the failure rate of breaking nails. This ring, when equipped in the ring slot, will prevent the user from losing time when they've fail an obstacle. It will teleport them back in the nick of time and send them back to the start of the obstacle, avoiding the time penalty. So this is probably the best one. Obviously, I mean, maybe. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what this is going to be like. Maybe it's going to have a bunch of prayer. I don't know. This one sounds very, very good. So they finally added Dark Graceful, which started as like a joke. Like everyone was like, yeah, Dark Graceful. Oh. But they're actually adding it, and I mean, it's Dark Graceful. It looks cool. And the way you get it is this die can be used on any piece of Graceful to recolor it to the Dark Graceful piece of armor shown below. So it's not just like you get this die and then all of it goes black. You can choose individual pieces, which I kind of like. There's also a Dark Acorn. When used on the giant squirrel pet, this will turn it into a black and red version to match the Dark Graceful set. It's a permanent unlock and can be toggled back into its original color at any time. Oh, so you just like, I want it black now. I want it normal now. Okay, and here's a cute little picture of what it looks like. And of course, it's subject to change, like everything in this pull blog. That's it, guys. Yeah, that's it. Go thank the mods. They're very wonderful, very lovely people for putting this piece together and making us new content that looks amazing and very promising to make agility more interesting. An awesome sounding new quest with a lot of new rewards. Like, this is a huge little thing here with such low requirements. Like, holy cow, this is like mid-tier, and it adds so much content. Tell me what you guys think below. What do you think of the giant squirrel pet recolor? And wow, again, this art is incredible. Down in the description, there is links to my Facebook and my Twitter. Go give them a follow. Sometimes I post art, and I post links to the videos when they're posted on YouTube if you don't have notifications on. Do subscribe, like, and or dislike the video, because apparently all you need to do is interact with the thing to give it more attention. Yeah, that's it. Have a good one, guys.